With the release of the new Google Nest WiFi Pro, the question now is, getting the previous generation Nest Wi-Fi is now a bad idea? Or keeping the first generation Google Wi-Fi obsolete? Let's find out. It's been over 2 years since I started my smart home journey, and the number of devices that I acquired grew exponentially to the extent that my internet slows down almost drastically. In this video, we will talk about my long-term experience using Google's Mesh system, what I like about them, what I hate with it, and how I think it stacks up with Google's new Nest WiFi Pro and the whole Wi-Fi 6E connectivity. Before we start, if you like this kind of video, consider subscribing. And if you find this helpful, a like is very much appreciated. At first, I've relied so much with my ISP's provided modem/router combo, which is the worst decision I made, and I still regret to this day. If you're just starting out, having less than 10 smart devices in your home is still okay. I was able to upgrade to a Mesh Wi-Fi. I've been using Google's Mesh system for the past 19 months, and I have some thoughts that may be helpful to you if you're just starting out, or even if you already have a couple devices. This is still beneficial for you, and if you're thinking of changing your current Wi-Fi setup, not only for your smart home devices, but in building that reliable and fast access across your home. I reviewed the Google Wi-Fi router a while back. If you're interested, just click the card right here. But if you never heard of Mesh Wi-Fi system before, in a nutshell, it's a combination of Wi-Fi routers scattered around that blankets your entire home with reliable internet connection and eliminates Wi-Fi dead spot. Mesh includes a main router that is plugged into your ISP modem through an Ethernet cable and some access points. And access points connect to the main router and broadcast the same network with the same IP address as the main router does. And building a smart home, you need a system that can handle multiple devices at a time with wider range for those locations where you want to install, let's say, a camera from one side of your house and on the other side are smart lighting, for example. I will probably make another video going in depth with Mesh system and other things you need to know about it. Now here are the reasons why I think Nest WiFi Pro is too much. The first reason why I decided to make this video is because of the change that Google implemented with their Nest WiFi Pro, and which I think most of us will think twice before buying one, is the backwards compatibility. That means if you have either one as your existing system, either the Google Wi-Fi or the Nest Wi-Fi, you cannot combine those if you have decided to buy the new Nest Wi-Fi Pro routers. That is actually I like with the Nest Wi-Fi 2nd generation and the Google Wi-Fi. You may be asking, what's backward compatibility means? To better explain this, Google Wi-Fi can work with its older brother, the Nest Wi-Fi. Either it acts as an access point to your Nest Wi-Fi router, or it will act as a main router if you have the Nest Wi-Fi access point, which is the kind of setup that we have. I hope that makes sense. You actually have the liberty of mixing and matching those devices depending on your needs. Let me just throw you some specs that both Google Wi-Fi routers and Nest Wi-Fi routers and access point has. As far as speed, Google Wi-Fi router 1st generation and the Nest Wi-Fi router and access point supports 2.4 and 5 GHz network. Google Wi-Fi routers can support up to 1.2 GB per second speed, same as the Nest Wi-Fi access point, and the Nest Wi-Fi router supports up to 2.2 GB speed, but it's up to whatever speed you sign up with your internet provider. Based on my experience, you will not get the same speed that you're paying for. We are signed up for a 1 GB per second fiber plan with our provider, and we are only getting around 800 to 850 megabytes speed up and down, which I think is decent and I don't have any complaints about it. Now, as far as the coverage, the Google Wi-Fi router can reach up to 1500 square feet per router. In contrast, the Nest Wi-Fi router can reach up to 2200 square feet of space, and the Nest Wi-Fi access point supports up to 1600 square feet. But of course, you cannot really trust that since there are other factors affects your Wi-Fi coverage, like your other appliances around your home, materials that your home were built, like if it's made of concrete. At first, a single router with Google Wi-Fi can only cover a part of our home, and it's very difficult to play around with the devices that I want to place to basically everywhere. So I decided to get a Nest Wi-Fi point, and that changes everything. So again, what we got is a Google Wi-Fi router as our main router that is connected to our ISP's modem. And then we have two Nest Wi-Fi points to extend the range of our network. I will link them down below if any one of you are interested in getting one. Now, to get a better understanding how our internet coverage plays out, as you can see, the Google Wi-Fi, which is the first generation, acts as our main router. It is located in our kitchen on top of our fridge that covers most of the back part of our house, including the dining area, kitchen, laundry room. Then the first Nest Wi-Fi access point is located in our entryway that covers most of the front part of the house, including our bedroom, living area, garage, front porch. And the last Nest Wi-Fi point is located upstairs that primarily covers our home office. In our use case, we are mostly covered with the smart devices that we decided to install, from home cameras to speakers to sensors and everything in between. So having one main router and two access points is more than enough. And the good thing about these routers, and most likely other routers out there as well, is they can support up to 200 devices, which is plenty for most people. And as a heavy user of Wi-Fi smart home devices, we are only got about 80 devices that is connected to our home Wi-Fi. That includes light bulbs, light strips, speakers, displays, plugs, and other smart home cameras. And the good thing about these access points compared to the other system is the built-in Google Assistant, which is being able to use them as an access point and / a smart speaker is a no-brainer for me. On top of using Google as a platform. And the last reason I think I will not change my current setup to Google Wi-Fi Pro system is that personally we don't have any devices at the moment that can connect to a 6 GHz Wi-Fi band. So using a mesh system that offers 6 GHz network, whether it's from Google or from other brands, will not gonna work for us. Maybe in the future, if we have devices like newer phones that can take advantage of the new Wi-Fi standard, I will consider getting a Wi-Fi 6E compatible router. But for now, I really don't see any use of the Google Nest WiFi Pro. And yeah, there you go. Those are the reasons why we use the Google Nest Wi-Fi / Google Wi-Fi combo in our setup, and will not change anytime soon to Google Wi-Fi Pro system. If you learned something new to this video, consider liking it, and to see more smart home related content, subscribe. Appreciate it so much. This is Art again from Few Techs Later. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.